Hello mates, welcome to Budgie Gaming. Today, I'm giving you my impressions of 3 demos that were recently released on the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. All 3 of these games release later this month, so definitely stick around if you're looking for some impressions on soon-to-be-released games. If you like the sound of that, please hit the like and subscribe button. It's a huge help for small channels like mine. First up is Space Adventure Cobra: The Awakening. My very first impression was the song playing on the menu screen. It was pretty awesome. Very unexpected. The demo starts off on Mission 3, where you're heading to a planet to retrieve your old ship. Here, you get a decent amount of story and is where you meet Jane, after a brief shootout at a local bar. This is where the gameplay starts, and it is a fast-paced platformer shooter. The cemetery setting is awesome and plays into the story later on. The enemies are mostly bats, mummies, and bad guys trying to shoot and kill you, which all need to be taken down in different ways. Not to mention, there are various people with guns that have to be taken out in particular ways, depending on the armor or shields they have equipped. Honestly, my first playthrough of the demo, I didn't like the gameplay much at all. Some things are not described to you, so you're not sure how to do certain things, or even worse, what some weapons are for or how to use them, particularly the guided shot, which also kind of works as a grappling hook when you need to get closer to edges, but the game never tells you that. I understand it's on level 3, so the early parts of the game might have explained this, but still pretty annoying for a demo. After getting used to the mechanics, I played the demo again and enjoyed it more the second time around. You unlock quite a bit of moves and upgrades in the demo and have to use a wide variety of weapons to progress. It can be a little confusing, especially towards the end, where you have to use every move in a fast-paced setting. While this is an issue in the demo, this probably won't be an issue with the full game, since I'm assuming you'll be using these moves regularly. I'd also assume they'd introduce new mechanics slowly, instead of so many in one level. Overall, I enjoyed both the platforming and shooting, but sometimes they both require precise aiming or timing. Some examples of precision would be the guided shot needing precise targeting to hit a switch to unlock a door, or at the end, where you have to hit 3 switches with one guided shot, which didn't feel great on the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. Due to the controlling feeling a bit floaty, I was trying to figure out if this was an issue with the game or with the controller, but after testing the demo on the original Switch, I can confirm it is the controller. Honestly, because of the controller, the experience felt so much better on the original Switch. I'm not sure if it's just my Joy-Cons too, or if it will feel this way on all Switch 2 Joy-Cons. I do know my pair doesn't have any drifting problems, so I know that isn't the issue. I feel like this game would feel much better on the PS5 controller, maybe even the Pro controller. Also, for anyone who has the Pro controller, let me know down in the comments if the joysticks on the Pro controller feels better for precise movement when compared to the Joy-Con 2. Speaking of the original Switch, the demo runs flawlessly on the system, which is a great sign for the full game. Needless to say, it runs great on the Switch 2 as well. At first, I was worried about the $40 price tag, but the graphics, cutscenes, voice acting, music, and overall presentation are all fantastic. Overall, this seems like something I'll play, and it seems like it'll be worth playing just for the story alone. It might even be worth the asking price, but I'm hoping the full game doesn't have some of the issues I've talked about. If they can fix those problems, this game will be a lot of fun. Space Adventure Cobra releases for $39.99 on August 26th. Next up is Shinobi: Art of Vengeance. I was actually surprised by how much I enjoyed this. I assumed it was going to be an extremely difficult demo, but it actually wasn't too bad. It's definitely challenging, and I died a good 4 or 5 times total, mostly from the last boss, but it was a fair challenge that I enjoyed very much. Another thing that surprised me was the fact it is a Metroidvania. Maybe all of the old games were like this. I'm not really sure, since I only played one game from the series and it was a really long time ago, but I always thought these were get from point A to point B type games. At first, that is basically how the demo starts, but the farther you go, the larger the maps become. Another cool thing about this demo is once you beat the final boss, you unlock a new move which allows you to find hidden collectibles, so you can actually replay the demo with your new move to collect the collectibles, which was so cool to me. I think the progress carries over, so you won't be wasting your time doing this, assuming you decide to get the game later on. The progression in this game felt well balanced. It didn't throw a bunch at you at once, but it also had enough upgrades to keep you interested. The art style is beautiful, the voice acting is pretty good, even though the protagonist doesn't speak and only grunts. I don't mind them not speaking, but the grunting gets annoying, and I assume the character is an asshole if they can grunt but not speak. The story also felt pretty basic to me. I wasn't really invested in it. The protagonist's wife is pregnant and your beautiful pet dog gives strong Okami vibes, so I'm assuming there is going to be some gut-wrenching story involving those characters. Overall, I really enjoyed my time with the game and definitely see me playing this at some point. Beautiful graphics, decent voice acting, smooth and fun gameplay. The cutscenes were a little lackluster, just portraits talking with no animation. It's not a deal breaker, but a little disappointing. I tested the demo on the Switch and Switch 2 and it ran great on both systems. I want to get it as soon as possible, but the end of August is stacked with so many amazing games. It's going to be hard to pick which games I want to play, but this will definitely be a consideration. Shinobi releases on August 29th for $29.99 or $26.99 if you buy it before the release date. Next up is Discounty, a shopkeeping life simulator. So this was actually the game I was looking most forward to trying. You start off by making your own character. There aren't an insane amount of options, but for the art style and price of the game, it actually isn't that bad. One cool feature is that you have a mirror in your trailer, so you can change your look as often as you want. I change my character every single day because, why the hell not? Once you make your character, you head straight to the shop to start work. You have limited items, but you start setting up coolers, shelves, and stocking these shelves with products once your delivery arrives. The gameplay is very simple and very slow-paced. It felt very reminiscent of the early hours of Animal Crossing. Once the shop is set up, you get to scan items people are buying and enter the price into the cash register. It was pretty slow going the first 3 days, but started to get more fun by the 4th day. On this day, I started to run out of product, so I had to order more items. I had to stock the items in between ringing up customers and had to take my crushed boxes to the recycling factory, which might not sound fun, but it's actually pretty entertaining. The demo hints at a few mysteries happening around town that are intriguing, along with drama between citizens. Speaking of the citizens, the writing is pretty awesome and has a great sense of humor. While the demo was slow-paced, I can see the game picking up pace the farther along you go and the more customers your shop attracts. This is the type of game I can see getting very chaotic, depending on how far the developers want to push their ideas. Overall, I enjoyed my time with the Discounty demo. The graphics are cute, the dialogue is well written and funny, the story has intrigue and mystery. I also enjoyed the weather effects, which I wasn't expecting. I hear you can upgrade your shop, and I wish we got to see at least one upgrade to see how it works, and how much of an upgrade you really get. I'm also hoping the pacing picks up the farther you go. I'm okay with a slow start for a game, but I'm hoping it doesn't stay this slow throughout the entire game. If you're a fan of Animal Crossing but wondered how it would feel playing as Timmy and Tommy, then I think you might want to give this game a shot. The $20 asking price seems fair, especially if you pre-order it, you'll get it for $16. Discounty releases on August 20th. Alright now, let me know down in the comments if you plan on picking any of these games up. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time, take care mates.